Good morning, everyone. How are you? Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week, and we still have a whole nother week of pre-planning. Doesn't that just make everybody take a deep breath and go, we can do this? I have already been out on campus this morning. I have walked a 10th grader schedule and completed orientation. So it's already a morning. Hi, Becky. And I finally have my computer set up in my office so I can see the chat and do the training. It's like a brand new day. Good morning, good morning. So everyone who registered for today received an email link. Hi, Tracy. If you do have any friends that are running around out there and they're not sure where to go or what to do, remember that, see, the great thing about having a second monitor is I can see when I share my screen and you guys don't see it. So I'm just going to go to in the canvas. Nice and slow today. We're going to move nice and slow and we're going to work at your pace. If you look at the people, you will notice that we have a whole lot less people in here today. So maybe a small group. But again, if we're in the digital teacher resource and you go back to school and you scroll down, you will see today's training and the Teams meeting link. So if you have anyone who didn't get the email, feel free to forward it to them or tell them where they can grab this link and join us today, okay? We also have the attendance link. Even though you're signed up, we do have to take attendance to mark if you were here or not. So please make sure you go ahead and fill out that, click the attendance link and fill out the form. Let's see, I think I have it, there it is. And get you some credit for being here today. So we currently have 39 people here in today's meeting. Welcome, everyone. And we're just giving everybody a second to log in and go ahead and do the attendance link. We just dropped that in the chat. Today, 8:14, and I'm going to go ahead and see how many people have done it. So we will know attendance for today. So I have 23 responses and we have 39 people here. So if you guys do want to get credit for attending today, all you need to do is make sure, good morning everyone, that you click on this link and go ahead and fill out attendance that says you were here. Good morning, Mary. Glad you got the email. Hi, Deborah. Welcome. Hi, Alicia. Alicia, I believe you sent an email about Edgenuity. That is not us. That is going to be curriculum and instruction, and I believe Karen Hamler might be heading that up. So she would know if there's going to be another training and or if it was recorded. So reach out to her, okay? Yeah, I know. Can't do it all. Okay. So let me just check attendance one more time. 31. That's looking better. All right. We are going to talking about how to customize the transitional template, and hopefully you have already loaded the template in so that you're not looking crazy at us in the chat. And so what I'm talking about is we did a red and a blue and an elementary. And if you click, just go ahead and open up the course, and this is what it looks like. So last week we did a training. We called it the transitional template, but anyone can use it. But with this template came a way to customize. You can change the colors, you can change the font, and that's what we're going to work through today. And if you click on modules, you're going to see that it says how to use this template. And when you do, it's going to talk about having a Canva account. So like Canvas, but without the S, canva.com. And so what you need to do first is go to canva.com and either log in or sign up. Oh, sorry, Alicia Bird. I was talking to Alicia Dillon. And Deb, link to our Canvas. What I was saying was people who signed up in Frontline for this training, we emailed them a Teams link because everybody was complaining that they were getting the pop-ups in the chat. So from here on out, we're doing new links for every training. So that's what I meant. Yeah. So in the course that you imported from Commons. Last week we did a training, right? The Canvas course template and conferences. And in that training you should have imported, to be here today, you should have this. You should have imported a template that looks like this. And in that class, if you click in modules, the first module says teacher resources. And the first link says how to use this template. And when you click on that, it's going to tell you that you need to create a Canva account. So that is our first step today, is creating a Canva account. Yes, this is just a page that is in the course. We put it in there so you would already have all the instructions. Oh, Kiana, if you don't have the template yet, you can just watch, or you can go back and watch the template training, but you're going to be lost because this is a step-by-step. So again, if we go to the digital teacher resource and we click on back to school, we did that training right here, Canvas course template, and there is a video link. It took us about an hour, and we walked through importing that into a course. And I believe we are doing this training again next week, along with also this customization training. Yvonne doesn't see my screen. Michelle, do you see my screen? If she's still there. I'm seeing it on the...
Carrie, I'm here. I see your screen just fine. She may just need to click on the picture on the bottom instead of yourself.
Okay. Thanks, Becky. I think that was Becky O'Donnell's voice.
Yes, that was me.
Okay. So, gonna just talk about it again. In the dashboard, last week we did the training where you imported the transitional learning template into a sandbox course, right? And so that's what we're going to be talking about today, is how to customize this to make it say your name or change the colors or whatever you might want to do. So it comes up on your home page, and if you click on modules, we gave you a module at the top that is all about teacher resources. See here, it says teacher resources don't publish. And the first resource in that module is a page that talks to you about how to use this template. So I'm actually up here working out of like 3 tabs. I have my Canvas tab, which you guys are going to need to have open. And then I have my Canva tab, and this is the account that we need to make sure that you have. And then I also just have the DTR open. So So just so everybody kind of has an idea of where we're at, what we're working with today. I have some people freaking out on emails, so I'm just getting them a follow-up. So canva.com, I'm going to click login because I already have an account. I use my school email, my school password, just because for me it's easier. You can log in with Google, you can log in with Facebook, log in with whatever you would like. And so we're going to not move on until we know everybody has a Canva account. Not talking about the pro account or the educator account. You can create a free account and work out of that. So that's what we're doing right now. Just go to canva.com and create an account. Let's get thumbs up if you're ready. And when we get to like around 30, we'll start. Oh, good. Lots of thumbs. Questions. Yes, Michelle is supposed to be recording this, so cross our fingers, but I will tell you if the recording doesn't go well, we're not moving on, Karen, you're good. If the recording doesn't go well, we are doing it again next week. I don't have it in Frontline yet, but it's coming, but I do believe it is on the back to school schedule. So let's scroll down and look. So for those that were asking, on the 18th, I'm doing the template again, and that's how you get the template from Commons. And then on the 19th, I'll be doing this training, which is the custom design. So both of those are happening again next week, and we will have a recording. Karen, you can use your school email, but you don't have to. Teresa, it is not the only way to change the template, but that is what we are doing today, is we are using Canva. Jess, you raised your hand. Is that because you have a question? Laura, you can ignore the Canva Pro ad. I am going to talk to you about how to get a free Canva Pro account. I had several people apply for it. It does take a few days, but I am starting to get the emails that say, I got it, I got it, I got it. So those emails are rolling in. Teresa, if you do the free account, you do not have to put in a credit card. That was just for the pro, and we're not going to do that today. Good. Alicia, Kay Andrews did it, and I think, Kay, did it take you almost a week to hear back? And I had 2 more emails last night of people who told me they got an email. And the email that you have been accepted might also go into your junk email. So check there. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to assume Allison's dancing monkey is a thumbs up. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 thumbs ups telling me that they have a Canvas account. Oh, here comes some more. Good. All right, Karen's done. Awesome. Hi, Audrey. Glad you got in. Yeah, Alicia, just keep checking. We got you, Jess. We're trying to be really good about the hands up. So we want to make sure someone raises their hands, we ask them a question. Can I have a link to Canva? Sure, Teresa. Yeah, Amy, you actually just need the account. We're going to be doing our first design from our Canvas course. Kira, you can use any template and you can apply today's strategies. However, in the template, if you scroll down, you will see that I already have each of the graphics labeled in here. So this is what we're going to be going through and customizing. But if this isn't the template you use, this will be good practice to learn how to use Canva, because I'm finding Canva is one of the best and easiest to use programs to customize Canvas pages. Really, I'm seeing people go one of two ways. They're using Canva or they're using Google Slides because they're doing the Bitmoji classroom and the hyperdocs and that kind of thing. So it's really starting to branch off in two directions. There was not a lot to be found about designing pages in Canvas until COVID. And then people decided that they needed to make it look pretty and they wanted it to work for them. And so just the graphic design aspect of Canvas has just blown up. And so that's what this is. This is just the start kind of the process. I'm sure it will go on, but you can see even with my Canvas courses, let me go over here to my dashboard. If I go into my courses, I mean, you can just see the progression, you know, just from what we do and what we have made available. Let's see, so we have the, here we go, the SDIRC elementary template. So we have this one. This one was actually created by Canvas, and we borrowed it, right? Very just traditional, what you would consider Canvas page. And then it got a little bit fancier with the SDIRC secondary template, you know, just a little bit better graphics, you know, some of these HTML, you know, aspects that we started to pop in. And then, of course, we learned how to insert GIFs and videos and started using Canva, and it has now evolved to this. So it will continue to get better. But you know, a big part of, you know, making your Canvas page yours is learning how to customize it. And so that's what we want to talk to you guys about today. So and Kira, even though you picked that first template, you're going to see with Canva, essentially all we're doing is designing a picture and saving it. And so you can walk through the steps with us today with Canva. And then the only nice thing about having the transitional template is that you have the templates pre-made for you. But you're going to see that we just save them like a picture and then we pop them right into Canvas. So that's all we're doing. So I was just showing you guys some of the different templates we have out there. But again, this is the one we're working in. You either have the elementary one, which is multicolored, or you have the red or the blue. And the reason we are working in these three is because if you come to modules and you click on how to use this template and you scroll down, you're going to see all of the images that are the graphics that are inside your course. You see those? So the first thing we want to customize today, you can leave your other tabs open. That's fine. Don't worry about it. All I want you to do is go into this template, go to modules, click on how to use this template, and click this first picture, welcome to class. So we're clicking on this right here, welcome to class. And I'll walk you through those steps again. So I came into my transitional learning template, and this is why you need to have this template. I clicked on modules. I clicked on how to use this template. And I'm going to click on welcome to class. When I click on welcome to class, and if you've ever used Google Slides, Google Chrome, Google Classroom, this is going to look very familiar to you, and I'm really hoping Microsoft adopts this feature. But you can save something as a template. So it says a template was created by Carrie Wall and was shared with you. Start designing now. So when you click use template, it's going to automatically put this graphic in your Canva account. And then you can customize it. It will belong to you. That's why we went ahead and created a Canva account and logged into it. So I'm going to click use template. And what will happen is that is going to open my Canva account. So I'm logged in, right? And what this says is it says copy of. So this now belongs to me. If I were to go over here to home and go to designs, I would have copy of in my Canvas designs. It's now yours. You own it. So now we can start customizing it and doing what we want to it. I have the red copy up top, the blue copy, and then just a red, just welcome. And you'll notice that this is just a picture, right? That's because that font isn't available. So what you can do is you could leave welcome if you want, but down here where it says to class, I'm just going to double click and see how it puts me, see how this box has this little light blue box around it? I can put my cursor in here and I could put welcome to English 2. And it gets really funky. What is that? So I see that my box is skinny. If I stretch my box out on either side, and then I have these little, so you see where you have all these little design pieces that we're going to sit here and play with today. So again, I'm just going to show you for a few minutes. And these arrows might even be annoying in the beginning. You can just click them and just delete them if you want. All right. So I'm working in this bottom box that says welcome to English 2. I'm going to stretch it out on either side and make it even. So now I have customized my welcome header. Welcome to English 2. And I don't like this font. So, whoops, Control Z. So I'm going to double click in it and I can go up here, see where it says Moon Time? I can change it to any of these fonts. So maybe I prefer Architect's Daughter. All right, so I like this one, Alicia or Alaska. And then you can also change the size. So I can make it teeny tiny. And then I can move this box around all that I want. You can also add things. So you could add another text box if you needed to. Right? You could change the background. You could add a photo. You could put your Bitmoji on here. I didn't even think about it. So if I click upload an image, I'm going to go to my downloads. Y'all can see I have been playing in this a super lot, but let me go find my Bitmojis. Here we go. We're about to rock it out in English 2. And so I can make this a little smaller. And I can pop in, whoops, I think I drag and drop it. Uncheck it. and drag and drop that picture. There's Miss Wall. Look at that. I'm gonna spread this out a little bit. And then this one, oops. I'm gonna go back. To this. And I want it way bigger, so I'm gonna do 200. There we go. And then, like, let's say you like it, but you're not sure. What's awesome, it's an autosave, right? So as soon as you do it, it saves it. You can, up here, you have add notes, which you won't really use. You can change the order that they're in. And then you have this little duplicate button. And if you click that, it will duplicate it. So now you have two. So I can leave this one and then maybe change the font on this one. So I'm going to give you guys some time. Let me pull up my classroom screen. I will, as you guys ask questions, we will answer them either in the chat or up here on the screen. But I want to give you, we'll say at least 5 minutes to work on customizing just that welcome header. And even if it's not, 100% the way you want it or that you love it, at least get, something so that you can change it up so that you can get an idea of what it looks like. So we're going to put the timer up here. Okay, so Alicia Burt, I see yours was the original template that I had gotten out of Canvas Commons. This was the girl who originally made it, and so that's that coloring. So if you just click use that template, it will do the same exact thing. It just doesn't say Carrie Wall, and it will give you that elementary coloring. And then you could take out choir and you could say, welcome to Miss Burt's class or welcome to second grade. That's what I'm seeing from a lot of people. So depending on which template you got will depend on, what your welcome header looks like. Okay. Lori, you don't have to, we're going to save the image in a minute, but you don't have to save your changes. As soon as you make a change right here in the upper left-hand corner, see where it says all changes saved? As soon as you move something, it'll usually say saving, and then it'll change back to all changes saved. But it's a website, so it's that immediate save. It's really nice. Robin, the duplicate button. So up here, every single, see how it says page 1? So every graphic is like on its own page that has a customized size. And if you go over to the right hand, there's a little 2 paper icon and it says duplicate page. And if you click that, it will make you a copy. See, so now I actually have 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Right, so if I wanted to have one with the thinking Bitmoji and one with a party Bitmoji, and I wanted to change out my welcome banner every week, I could do that. Yeah, Alicia Burt, that's because I had already customized it in my template, and I just didn't change the template name. That was a shortcut on my part. Busted, sorry. If you guys want to take a screenshot of your welcome, you can. And again, right now we're going really basic, but I'm about to make it super cool. But I don't want to rush. So we're going to take 2 more minutes. We're still just working on I'm actually going to come down here. No, I'll stay with red and black. I'll give Vero some love. Yes, Deborah Morse, are you okay? Are you caught up? We can make this go away. Turn this down, it keeps distracting me. Phone rings nonstop. Oh, Crystal, that looks good. Okay, let me do Deb and then Amy. So, Deborah Morse, in your template page, you go to modules and we click how to use this template. And then we are scrolling down to the first picture, which says welcome to class, and we're clicking on it. And it says a template was created by, you should see the picture of that template, and you click use template. And when you click that, you should get this screen. I'm going to close that. And Amy, yes, what I did right here is I made my welcome a little smaller. See how I just went to the corner of that? You can drag it and drop in, drag it out, make it, because this is just an image. And then over on the left-hand side, I went to uploads, and then I clicked upload an image or video, and that's going to actually open my folder. And then I actually had some Bitmojis saved, and so you can go through here and see, you know, any pictures that you have. Here I am. And it's going to process for a second. And then once it's done processing, I click it and it pops it right in. And now I can drag Miss Wall around anywhere I want. Look at that. Do we love it? So the next thing I want to show you, okay, let's save it first. Let's do that. Up here in the right-hand corner, you have a download button. So if you click download, you're going to have multiple file types. The first one we want to pick is just a stationary picture. So I'm going to click where it says MP4 video, and I'm going to change it to the top one, PNG. This is what I save all of my images as. So I'm going to click PNG, and then here's my size. The size it is at is the size you see here. If you want it smaller, you can go smaller. If you want it bigger, you can go way bigger. But I leave mine at the default. And then you can, remember how each of these was like their own page? You can select which pages you want to download. If you download more than one, it's going to put it in a zip file. So I pick the one I want. I'm going to click page 1, and I click done. And then download. And you're going to see, it says preparing your design, and then doot, 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 doot. Here is my image. It is now in my downloads folder as a picture. And that's what I will be going back and putting in Canvas. We're just not there yet. We're going to keep working. So I'm going to close this. I can keep working here. The next thing I want us to add is movement. I think a lot of you guys have really enjoyed that. So I'm going to go to the sidebar. See how I have uploads and then photos. So if you wanted something very realistic looking, and then elements. So these elements are what we want. And I'm going to type in, I like arrows. So I'm just going to type in arrows. And then I see all kinds of arrows, and I can scroll and scroll because there are literally arrows for days. But I want my arrows to move. So up here in the search bar, I'm going to hit these 3 little lines, which is my filter, and I'm going to check animated. I also happen to want black arrows. So I'm going to check black and animated. It says it can't help me. I'm going to take the color off. Then I'm going to apply. And here are all of my moving arrows. And those of you with that elementary template that has the multiple colors, how in love are you with things like this right now? And all you have to do is click it and it pops it in. And then again, just like an image in Microsoft Word, we can spin it, we can make it smaller, we can drag it and move it. So I'm going to, and then you hit delete and it'll go away. So I'm going to scroll down because I found some gray and black ones the other day, yesterday, that I just love. So I want everybody to put a moving image in. Sorry if you can hear the lawnmower man. Here they are. I like these because I want to show you how to save it. So even if you don't use it, I do want to show you how to save it.
Carrie, I do just want to say, if they have the free account, they don't have that filter button, just so that they know that. So if you have the free account, you're not going to have that filter button to look for those.
So for example, these arrows, see how these arrows say they're free? And if I hover over some of them, it's going to have a little crown and it's going to say Pro. So you still have access to them, but it sounds like what Michelle's saying, you have to scroll through to find them. So that's one of the perks of having a pro account. And again, we're going to get it for you for free. It's just going to take a few days. So Kevin, great question. You cannot change the color of these animations. So that's why I was searching by color. You're stuck with whatever color they are. Yes, Mary, very addicted. And yeah, that stationary picture, once you download that PNG, that's what we're going to put in focus. I mean, in Canvas. Yes. So to save one with movement, we're going to do the same steps. We're going to hit the download button. And then here where it says MP4 video, you want to choose the bottom option, which is GIF. Right? We know GIFs. We know GIFs from just our Teams meetings. And then again, I'm going to just check page 1. And then when I download, it is going to save this image with the movement. And that is what gives me the movement when I put it on my Canvas pages. See that? Okay, great question, Kevin. So if you click on the graphic that's moving, you will see you get a little, when you have your 4 corners lit, there's a little round thingy, and that allows you to spin it. So you can move it in any direction you want. And remember, this is a template, and so if you muck this all up and you're like, oh, I hate it, just close the page, and then, whoop, not going to give control, and then come back to your course. And go back to that page in modules that says how to use this template. And when you click on it, and it says use template, it's going to give you a clean copy. So look at that, clean copy, like it was never there. Now if you click out of it and you lose it, you can always go to home. And under home, your second option says all your designs. And so you can see I have the clean copy, and I have a clean copy on this side, and this is the one I was customizing. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm right back to it. So that's what's great. As soon as you click that Use Template button, it copies it into your Canva account. That's all you have to do. And then you can rename it, because if you'll see, I have pages upon pages now. You want to download it as a GIF. That's fine, Kira, and we will also be back doing this again next week. So we'll have the recording for you, and we'll be back. Thanks for joining us. Good luck at orientation. So yes, so I'm going to click download, and I'm going to change my file type to GIF, and then my page is going to be page 1, because I just want to download this first one. And I'm going to click done and download. Now, once you download it, you can't edit it unless you go back into Canva, you make the changes, and you download it again. Because once you download it, it's like it's a stationary picture, right? It's stuck there. So you actually have to come back into Canva to do any editing. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us. So let's do a temperature check. Does everyone have at least one customized image they can now go put into Canvas? You can either give us a thumbs up, smiley face, you can do a GIF dance. Let us know you're ready for me to show you how now to put your picture in Canvas. Okay, Amy needs a little bit more time. Cobra's good. Susan's good.
Carrie, Lori wants to know how to move an element. So I guess just click on one and show her how to move it around.
Yes, got it. So Lori, if it's one of the moving elements, when you click on it, you'll get this little round circle down at the bottom of it. See that? And I can spin it. That's how I can move it. You can do the same thing with any, like my Bitmoji, if I wanted it to be a little sideways. And then you just hold it and drag it. So again, a hold and a drag. Hold and a drag. And if you move something and you don't like what happened, remember guys, Control Z. Control Z is your undo button on the web. Karen, I'm going to walk you through that. Kevin needs a little bit more time, not a problem.
Carrie,
Yes.
I just picked an element that didn't have movement. So do you have to pick one that already has movement?
No, you don't have to. No, ma'am.
But you can't get it to move though, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And if it does have movement, you're downloading it as a GIF. If it doesn't have movement, you're downloading it as a PNG. I mean, you can download a stationary image as a GIF. It just won't move. Won't make it suddenly move.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Cheryl Campbell, Bitmoji is an app on your phone you can download. Amy, are you in Canva or Canvas? All right, Amy, do you want to see if you can, if you share your screen, it should let you. Then we can take a look at what you're doing. In the middle of Teams, that little toolbar, your third icon should be a square with an arrow. Oh, Chris, that looks great. Good, Kevin. and then like pick the first one. Oh, there it goes. Oh, okay. So that welcome is actually it's a picture. So click on it again, and then see right in the middle, there's that little white bar at the top of the square. Click that. See if that'll stretch it up. Yep. Yep. Go back to that top bar, that little white bar in the middle. Yep, stretch that up. And then come over to the left-hand side and stretch that out. And then now come over here to the upper right-hand corner and drag the corner down. Good. Now just click in the middle and drag. There you go. So, yeah, now just make sure you do it from the corners and not those middle buttons, because those middle buttons will actually cut it off. Better? Ooh, my face. Good. And that is a great tip for those of you transitional teaching. If you get a kid who says they can't figure something out, have them share their screen so you can walk them through it. I hope that helped, Jamie. So again, the only way to make it animate is to pick an animation. All right, so I'm going to come over here to Elements, and I'm going to search, I'm just going to do lines. And then here's a whole bunch of lines, right? I can't make a line move. I have to pick a line that is already moving. So if I just keep scrolling, I will eventually there they are. See how they seem to be at the bottom, not the top? So now here are all my moving lines. So you have to pick one that is already moving. And then when you find the one you like, you just click it and it pops it right over here into your graphic. And the great thing about this is once you learn how to do it, with this welcome header, it's pretty much the same with all of them. That looks great, Allison. All right, is everybody ready to put it into Canvas? Yeah, Robin, way at the bottom. What'll be nice is, like we were saying, when you have that pro account, you can filter. So I just click those three little dots and I click animated, and then mine show right up. And there's so much cool stuff. I mean, this is it's a rabbit hole. You just get in here and it's just cray cray. Thanks, Kiana. That's a great tip. So she said if you type animated at the beginning, look at that. Pops right up. I love learning from other people. Yay. Okay, Tracy, we'll have it recorded, and I would say reach out, but we all know that it's been hard to nail your digital integration specialist down these days. But we're also doing it again next week, so come back next week on Wednesday. All right, everybody, so let's go back to Canvas now. I don't have my Canvas anymore because when I clicked on that template, my Canvas page went away. So I'm actually I want this to go away. How do I have a presentation bar I can't get to go away. But I'm actually going to go back to ClassLink. And I'm going to go into my Canvas account. So everybody, let's get back to our transitional template wherever you happen to be doing that. You can come in, but I'm doing a training. Special delivery for me. Thank you. So if you were still in the modules over there, just click home. I want everybody on their home page. Look at Jess. It looks so good. Okay, so on the home page, what you're going to do, we are going to take this picture out and put the picture we just made in. Okay, you can do it, I promise you. So we're going to click the edit button. And when I click edit, I have this big picture right here, right? So you can click it and highlight it because we're going to replace it, or you can delete it. If it helps you to just delete it and know that you're putting one in its place. So we are, yeah, so Amy, you made a design. You personalized, right, your image in Canva, and we came over here to download, and you downloaded it as either a PNG or a GIF. And here in Pages, we just clicked page 1 and you downloaded it. Done, download. All right, that's the end of Canva. Now we're going back to Canvas because now this picture right here, we're going to put in your canvas. Michelle, I cannot get this presenting screen to go away.
I have the same problem sometimes, and someone I think is trying to present and then you can't get rid of it.
I noticed the way to fix it is if you click on that little pinning thing and then unpin it, it should go away.
Thanks. I thought I tried that. Whew. Okay. So now that we have the picture downloaded, we're in Canvas. And we're going back to the template that we installed. So whether you did it you might have done it in a sandbox, or you might have, done it in one of your actual classes, maybe your conduct class or, geometry honors or whatever. We're clicking on the Canvas course that has the template. And that should bring you right to the home page. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take out this picture, this welcome to class picture, and replace it with the one you just made. So I'm going to click edit. And I'm going to click on the picture. Again, you can click on it. If a highlight's blue, we're going to replace it. Or you can just delete it if you want it gone, so you know right where your cursor is. But I'm going to show you guys that you can just replace it. So over on the right hand side, we have links, files, images. I'm going to click on images. And then I'm going to click upload a new image. See that right there? Upload a new image. And then I choose my file, and that is going to open my downloads folder. And look, there they are. All those downloads I did are right there. So let me walk you through those steps again. I clicked on the picture that I want to replace, came over to the right hand side and clicked on images. I clicked upload a new image, choose file. If it doesn't open your downloads, over here on the left hand side, click on downloads. And you should see the picture that you downloaded from Canva. I pick it, I click it. To pick it, you click it, and I click open. Now you get this alternative text. So this is for those screen readers. If you have, students with disabilities or parents that might have screen readers, I'm just going to call it welcome header. If you don't want to put an alternative text, you can just check decorative image, and then you don't have to. And then you click upload. We do that as an accessibility, what's the word? A check that we, make our Canvas sites accessible. And you will see I have replaced it. And this is the one that I made in Canva. And I scroll down and I click save. And now my home page looks different. Yes, Audrey, this training's being recorded. You can select decorative image, Kevin. All that is that's for the accessibility reader. So if I were to do an immersive reader now on my homepage, if I gave that picture a heading, it would read it, right? So it's going to say, so see, it skipped all my graphics because none of my graphics had that accessibility type. But if I had not checked decorative image and I'd given it a title, it would read the picture. Oh, Lori, okay. Let me go in and do that for you. Lori went ahead and changed to the new RCE, which I was not a fan of until I started doing images. And then I have to admit, it's pretty nice. So I'm flipping over to settings and I'm turning on my RCE. This is just to show Lori, don't let this, if you need to turn the monitor off so that it doesn't blow your mind, you can do that for a second. I'll tell you when it's safe to look again. All right, Lori, I'm going to click edit. And I have seen that in the new RCE, we actually have to delete the picture first.
Hello, students and parents.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this, and I'm going to hit the delete button. And now I have my cursor right here, and I'm going to click this icon that shows the little picture and the down caret. See that right there? It's right next to the chain link. And when I do that, I'm going to pick upload. And then that brings up this, and I click it. And again, I'm in my downloads. So I pick my picture, open, submit. And it's going to pop that right in. And then what's really cool about this is if you click on it and you click on image options, you will see that it's a custom size. But let's say it's too big. You can change it down to large and it will automatically resize it for you. And you can go back to large, you can do extra large, make a little bit bigger, and then you can click on it again and go to image options and you can go right back to that custom size. Okay, I'm gonna Control Z and then I'm gonna scroll down and click Save. So, Kevin, when you click on the picture, you go to images this upload is grayed out. Because once that, you have to click choose file. So if you haven't, see how it says no file chosen? If you don't have a file there, you won't be able to click upload. And then when you choose the file, pick it and click open. And so now you have to type in the alternative text or you have to check the decorative box. So see how I can't click upload until I've done one of those two things. If I type something, I can upload, or if I check decorative box, I can upload. Perfect. Correct, Teresa. This is only replacing out that graphic on the home page. And then we click save. Oh, look at Lori. It looks so good. So now that you know how this works, that is how everything on this page works. So this, click below to get started, is a graphic I made in Canva. These buttons are graphics made in Canva. This is a graphic made in Canva. These days of the week, which don't ask me why I put TR. I was clearly working late at night. These are created in Canva, and so is the how are you. So what we're talking about with the customization is you now can make these say anything you want them to say, and you can make the colors be any color you want, and you can change the font. It's completely customizable. All right. So we're going to go back to modules. So if you guys missed a step or if you're a little lost, we're going to start all over again, but not with the home button, home page. We're going to do a different element, but it's the same steps. So again, I'm going to click modules. I'm going to click how to use this template. And then I'm going to scroll down. And so there is a template for every single thing you see here. So I'm going to keep scrolling all the way to the bottom to this one that says Canvas Course Tile. And this is the one I want you to click next, Canvas Course Tile. Now this right here is the picture that you put in settings that pops up here on the dashboard. So look, you can now make your course tile move like a GIF. How cool and pretty is that? I really like this pine view one. Let me hit publish. Because what I did here was I put the, look, I put the graphic behind the P. So it looks like it's just going around the P. And then here I put white lines over the color. So instead of the alternating red, black, I just did all blue. And then I put a white line over it. So these gives you some ideas of what we can do. All right, so I'm going to go into my template. And I'm going to click on modules. And I'm going to click how to use this template. I have a lot of tabs going on here, so I'm just going to close these out. Now, the next thing you could do, when you click on a template, it takes you out of Canvas. But if you right-click and choose Open Link in New Tab, it won't take you out of Canvas. It'll open it in a new tab up here up top. So I forget a lot of times. I have to remind myself to do that. But if you want to right-click and open in a new tab, you now have Canvas and you have the template. Canvas template. So we are on the course tile, Canvas course tile, and we're going to click Use Template. So this is not your welcome header, but they usually look the same, but they don't have to look the same. And you have several elements on this course tile. We have these squares up here that are multicolored. If you click the square, you will see right here in the upper left-hand corner, you get a color. I click on the color, I can change it. I can make it teal. I'm going to make it gray. Click on the other color. It's black. See that right here? It shows up right here. I can now change it. Click on the next one. And if you can just keep doing the same ones, it will keep this little window open for you. Right? And so I can do the top all gray. I can do the bottom all red. Do whatever you want. Then Canvas, this is font, this is type, right? This isn't a picture like the welcome words were. So you can make this say anything you want. So because this is my Canvas card, I want it to say English. I don't want the kids to be confused about, what course they're clicking on. And then down here where it says course tile, how many of your kids are going to say they can't read cursive? I'm going to say with Miss Wall. But it's way too big. So I'm going to make it a little smaller. Let's do 96. And then I have two options. I have my drag arrows, right? And then I have my length arrows, my length and width. So I drag the width out. There we go. English with Miss Wall. But I'm not crazy about this font. So I'm going to highlight this font. I'm going to change it. I really like this Architect's Daughter. That's cute. This one's cute. And you can just keep on scrolling. Now, you'll see a bunch of fonts here on mine. They have a little crown. That means they're pro. So you guys who are still using the free ones, right, you might not have as many fonts to choose from as I have. But I do like it being a little different. Oh, there's very traditional cursive. I like that. So Crystal had a good question. For elementary, teaching all subjects, what should we put? You could just put your name. You could put second grade. You can make it say whatever you'd like it to say. And then again, I'm going to take these arrows out. And then over here on the left-hand side, with uploads, again, if you wanted to, you can put your Bitmoji on your course tile. And I like how it overlays. See how it overlays so it looks layered? I think that's cool looking. You can change them. You can over here with position. You can send it to the back or bring it to the front. And then I'm going to go to Elements. And again, let me do animated lines. And so here are some of those animated lines. So this is what I did on that one. See these squiggly lines? I dropped these squiggly lines in, and then I just drug it up to the top. And I just kind of, see how it does that? So that gives it a little bit, some depth, a nice layering. Look at this, right? That's cool. This is where we're going to learn. I like that one. This is neat. If we made it smaller and drug it up here. And if you move it around, you'll see these little purple arrows. Those are little directional arrows. I like that one. That's kind of cool. Very subtle. It's very small, but it moves. And then I'm actually going to go down and change these because at first I liked the multi, and then this week I'm onto the solid. So I'm going to change the solid. And then if you create a graphic, if you've moved it and you got it how you like it, if you right click on it, there's a copy option. So just like a Microsoft Word, and then it gives you two. I'm going to right click and copy. And then copy and then paste. And then paste. Now I have two of them. So I can drag it down here so they can do the same thing. Thank you, Andrews, for telling them about the kindergarten font. Yes, Jessica, we can show you how to do that. You can have students from other schools in your Canvas course. Yeah, so maybe not the top and bottom. It looks a little busy to me. But there we go. So there's my Canvas course card. And I probably should have duplicated before I went in and did all my editing so that I had the original. But it's okay. You can always get back to it here and just click it again. And up here where it says the name, copy of welcome image, I probably want to update it, right? So I'm going to say August 2020. And then course card. This is a course card. That's what we're making right now, is the course card. So what do you guys think? Give you a few minutes to play around with it and do some elements. I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock. Yeah, so Kevin, you have to pick an animation. So over here on the left-hand side, I picked elements. And then you can pick animated. You can type in animated, and then whatever you want animated. So I could do animated arrows. And I'm going to see these animated arrows. I could do animated lines. And I'm going to see all these lines. So you have to pick something that is already moving over here in the image library. And then when you find it, you just click it and it pops it right in. Now this one's hard to see because I happen to pick a white one. So let me pick, here's a moving lines. I click it, it's right here. So now with the corners, I can make it smaller. I can click on it in the middle and drag it around. I can use the little circle arrows to spin the image. I can stretch it out, and then I can click on it and I can send it backward. So it's behind all my words, all my letters if I want, instead of going over them. So click on it. And then, I love this. I think it's so cute. Especially if I was like in a secondary, math class or something. Can you, what about if it says statistics and then I had this little screen, and that's so cool. I'll have to put that on one. So, and then if I want my type to be bigger, I can just drag it out. And I want to make sure I put a little bit of the English underneath that book. So it gives me that layering quality. Yes, Pam, this is what the kids will see on their Canvas dashboard. Okay, Crystal, let's do the one next to Rosewood. Drag it, see how it's going off the page? That's why it's cut off. So drag the arrow back onto the page. There you go. And then you can make it smaller. And you probably only want to work with one so that they're the same exact size. So if you want to right click on the one on the left and delete it, or click on the one on the, yeah, so let's just work on that one. Make it a little smaller. Then you can drag it down and twist it. There you go. And so if you want it to hang off the page, and then if you don't, bring it in. And then once you get it the right size and angle you like, then copy and paste it. That way they'll come out identical in size. So go back to the arrows. Okay, you good? All right. Robin, possibly the only thing I've seen able to do is the spinny. I haven't got into needing to flip an image. I mean, this program does everything, so I imagine it's there. Let me see if I click on it and I right click. What is that? Page style, position. So I wonder, no, it won't let you do that either. Oh, there's a flip button. Look. Look at that. Thanks, Blue. See, guys, you don't have to be pros at this. You sit here and you muck around with it and you click buttons until you figure it out. Lori, that's going to be the next step. I'm going to show you guys how to change your course card right now. Okay. So we want to take this first card and we want to download it. So again, I'm going to click download. My file type is going to be a GIF. I'm going to pick just the first page and then I'm going to click download. That's strange. So I clicked download, file type GIF, because that gives you your movement. If you have no movement, you can save it as a PNG. And I want to click just page 1 and click download. Teresa, if you click on the picture, I'll do it with English. Up, or no, you click on, yeah, it has to be a graphic. And then up here in the white bar where you have effects, filter, adjust, crop, flip. And flip will flip those images for you. Oh, look at you guys. That looks great, Robin. Good job, Kay. I love it, love it, love it, love it. All right. So if you opened in a new tab, you have Canvas right over here on the left. If not, bring Canvas back up. So now we're going to replace that course card. So you need to be in your template. In your transitional template, the template we downloaded that you just changed your home page on. We're here. We are going to scroll down to settings. Go to settings. Oh, Isn't that pretty, Robin? All right, I'm going to click on settings. When I click on settings, course details will come up, and right here you will see the course card that came with your template. Hit the three dots. Click choose image. Click upload image, and it's going to open your folders. Should be in your downloads. Should be this first one right here in your downloads. Click it, open, and it's going to process. And you'll even see the movement right here. So again, go into your template. Go to settings. Right there in course details is your picture. Click the three dots. Click choose image. Click upload image and pick it. So with your course card, imagine this, those of you that are extra. As you change seasons, you could change your Bitmoji clothes. You could change the color or the background of your course card to go with the seasons. You could have a Halloween one and a Christmas one, a fall one. Are elementary school teachers, are your heads exploding? Are you just so excited about this? All right, pick it, click open, and you're going to see your new course card. And then if you come over here to dashboard, this is what the kids are going to see in their Canvas dashboard. Glad you like it, Lori. Oh, Crystal, that looks great. Kevin, you have to go back to Canva and edit it and then download it again. Yeah, once you download, it's pretty much, it's stationary. You have to go back to here and make your edits and save it again. Sure, Cheryl. Once you download it, come back to Canvas and you want to open up that template, right? And you want to go to settings. And the first thing that opens up in settings should be course details. And this is where that picture lives for your course card. And so you want to click the three dots and choose image. And then you just have this big white space. It's a whole extra step, which is silly, but you click upload image and it's going to open your file folder. And so you should, your downloads will hopefully open automatically, but if not, click on downloads, click on your picture, click open, and it's going to put it there for you. Kevin, when you go back to Canva, click on the home button, and the second one is all your designs, and then you should see it there. You're welcome. Oh, Susan, that looks great. Oh, Alicia, I love it. Do the fireworks explode, Alicia? How awesome. I mean, and it's something as little as just, you know, making that Canvas page look like you know, just that it has the feel of your classroom, that it has your own personal touch to it. I think that makes a really big difference for a lot of teachers. Okay. So, since we just put in the course card, let's go back into your template. And again, let's click on modules. And then we're going to click on how to use this template. And what's great is this page is always here. So you guys always have access you know, to all of these different templates. So the next thing on our home page really is the buttons. So let's click on the buttons. Yes, Crystal, you use PNG when there's no movement, like here on these contact buttons. You use GIF when there's movement, when there's animation. All right, so I'm going to click on buttons. And, oh, look what I did. I didn't do open in a new tab. So I'm going to click the back button. I'm going to right click, open link in a new tab. That way I have Canvas and Canva. And again, a template created by Carrie Wall, or that Laura girl if you're using the elementary one. And you just click use template. And it is going to open. And you'll see that I've done this a couple times because mine's copy of. So you can rename it if you want. And then here are all of the buttons: contact, classroom, lessons, office hours, class meet, resources. So let's start with the first button. Let's say you want it to say something else. I want mine to say about Miss Wall. And it got really dirty. A lot of stuff here. So I'm going to drag this down and I'm going to delete this extra stuff and bring this back. And I'm going to make it a little smaller so it fits on my page. Ooh, too small. Too big. Almost just right. There we go. And if I could get, there we go, Miss Wall on one line. So I can say about Miss Wall, meet Miss Wall, how to get in touch with Miss Wall, whatever you want. And then you can, there are three things here. You have text, you have a background color, and then you have an element right here. This is just, it doesn't move. This is just an element. So you could delete that if you wanted. You can change the back of the button, right? And what's great is once you do one button, you can duplicate it. So I had alternating, right? But all your buttons could look the same. You can add things in. So see, there's this animate button. So look at that. You can make your button animate. So it's going to be like a GIF, right? But be careful, because when all of those buttons are moving, that's going to feel like a lot. That's why I like to just do it like maybe up at the top and maybe down at the bottom. So I'm not sure that you actually, are going to want to animate every single button. But if you did want to, I'm going to figure out how to turn it off now. If you do animate, try to not have, too many. Just the things that you really want to stand out. Kevin can't hear me. Can everybody else hear me before I recommend that Kevin leave and come back?
I can hear you fine, Karen.
Oh, okay. Kevin, it might be a connection. If you want to jump out of the meeting real quick and come back in. Thanks, everybody. And then you can still add elements. So again, if we come down here to elements, you know, you have shapes, you have frames. What I like about frames is you drop a picture into the frame. So maybe I wanted to do, I can do a cell phone, and then I could come back, and if I had my photo, I can drop my photo into that frame. See that? So you can customize these buttons all you want. You can add anything you want to them. Under elements, we do have charts, we have grids, we have gradients. So this is what was, that's what this background is. It's just a white gradient. So you can come over here. And I saw some other people using these. So if you want to do that, and then you can come over here and see how you can change the colors. So and then I position it to the back. So that's what that is. That's what, it's hard to get to it. I usually have to move all that. Oh, I deleted it. Control Z brings it back. So there it is. See how that's a gradient? It's just really dragged out. If I scroll it down, that's what it looks like. That's the one that is here. And so see how it's actually this image, but when you stretch it out beyond the page, it has this look. So there's all kinds of different things you can do, you know, with these elements. And I can, you know, so I could have a swirly one if I wanted. And I could just drag it off of half of the page. And then I'm going to send it to the back. See that? So maybe you like that look more than you do this look. That's okay. And then I learned this after I had already started. You'll notice some of these, they're layered, right? It was layered to give it that shadow effect. Well, because you live and you learn. When I click on the font, there's a button that's called Effects. And when I click on Effects, I click Shadow, and then I want my shadow to be black. And I found that this looked better than this. So in the newer ones, I don't even have the double layer. I've just gone and made all of them shadow. So I would click here, turn it into shadow, see? And so that's way easier than having this double layer, but that's what that is. Lori, so it's called Bitmoji. If you look up here, this is my Google Chrome, right? I open Google Chrome and I actually have an extension called Bitmoji. You have to have Bitmoji installed on your phone. That is how you create your Bitmoji. And then once you have it created, you can install this Google extension. And so you can right click and then save the image. And now I can come over here to Uploads. And I have this image. Our team, we use these all the time in text, and I'm sure you've seen them in our emails and stuff like that. We love Bitmojis. Definitely a way of humanizing and personalizing the online environment. Right, so I'm Miss Wall, and I love to garden, And so that's why this picture is going to be on my About Me page. So that's what Bitmoji is. It's a whole other world. But they are hilarious, and they're all pre-made, and it is just sanitized. It is just the best thing ever. Look at this. Wear your mask. You are essential. Working from home. They've got Miss Your Face. Oh, they have so many good ones now. Yeah, so Laura, you need to put the app on your phone. It is an app. It is called Bitmoji. You will create an account. You will create your avatar. This person is called an avatar. And then you can go from there. And you can email yourself the pictures from your phone, but it's just easier if you install the extension. Okay. So again, I only have one button done, but I would work through and I would change all of my buttons because you are going to want, you know, them to at least have some continuity to them. If you like this design, you can now click the copy button or the duplicate page, right? And now I have two About Miss Walls. So now instead of About Miss Wall, maybe now it's going to say classroom info. And then maybe I'm going to duplicate it again, and I will do it while I talk. This one's going to say classroom info. And again, this pre-made template was just meant to give you a start, right? You can make these buttons say anything you want. There's that button. And then my next button is going to say live class meetings. Because aren't your kids always asking, where do I go for us to meet? I don't know what to do, blah, 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 blah. This could link straight to the Teams link. And then you can just keep duplicating. And you can have as many pages here as you want because you don't have to download them all. So you can keep the originals. You can keep yours because remember, these are all going to live. I'm not even going to hit anything. I'm just going to click home because there's no save button, remember? It just all automatically saves. And when I log into Canva and I click on all your designs, it's now here. This hasn't updated, but it will update with the newest one. But when I click on it, here are these, right? So they could just all live here. You can just keep adding to it. You can keep making changes all day long. So we're going to download. So I'm going to click download. Now, because I'm doing buttons, my buttons don't have animation. So I'm going to download them as a PNG. All right, and they're automatically going to come in at this size. The buttons I like to make smaller, so I actually drop mine down to that 0.5 instead of the 1 that they're normally at. But that's preference because you can adjust the size in Canvas. Now, if I download all pages, it's going to download all of them, but it's going to put them in a zip file. So you have to go to the zip file, extract the images, then you have them in a folder. To me, I would rather download one at a time. So I click page 1. Done, download. And then I click page 2, done, download. And again, that's just me. If you want them all together, you click PNG and just click download. And you'll see that instead of these individual images, I'm going to end up with a zip file. So see, now I need to open the zip file. Right here it's zipped. I have to open it and I have to extract it. And then I'll be able to see all of them. There they are. So we do the same thing we did with the welcome header and the course tile. We come back to Canvas and we go back to that home page. And these are the buttons I'm going to be replacing. So I'm going to click Edit. Now you're going to be working inside of a table. So sometimes it takes a little bit of work. Sometimes you have to finagle it a little bit. What I like to do is I like to click on the picture and I like to replace it rather than deleting and inserting. I like to replace. It also saves my linking, right? So this is going to link to the contact info page. If I replace it, it won't wipe out that link. So I'm going to go click on images and I'm going to click upload a new image, choose file, and I have about Miss Wall. I click open and I either have to give it an alternative text for the screen reader or I check decorative image. But since this is something they're going to click, I'm going to type in what the button says. And then you can always say that your Canvas site is ADA compliant. That was the word I was looking for, either earlier compliant. And then I'm going to click the upload button. Now you can see this one downloaded way bigger than those. So I'm going to click on it and scroll it down. And I just happen to know that these are 484s. There we go. And then my link still exists. So my next button was the class meeting. So if I click on that and I click upload, choose file to open this, live class meetings. I'm going to say live class meetings. And it's going to pop it in. And scroll it down, make it smaller. And then again, because I replaced it, it kept my linking. And I'm going to click save. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes. So see, now my buttons look different. And I'm going to look at the chat. So Marilyn, great question. Marilyn's asking about this, how are you? So not sure what's coming out of mental health, but we did hear about having to, follow up and check on the social emotional health of the students. And so this was here because depending on what your school decides as far as those social emotional check-ins, you could have a Microsoft form. So if you had a kid that was like, I'm not doing good, I'm sad, blah, 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 they could fill it out on that form. But there's also ripple effects. So ripple effects are, if you come into ClassLink, you guys should have a folder on your dashboard. I don't know if I have it. That's called ripple effects, and it's that social emotional stuff from the district. And it is a website. So what you could do is you could grab the link to that Ripple Effects website and you could link it here. But Marilyn, for your question, how are you is just a picture. You have to link it to something. I know Kay was talking about linking it to it automatically writing an email, which is a really cool idea. We don't know anything about that yet, but we will investigate. But you could make that link to anything. So even if you had a website that was all about, maybe some information for kids who are, at home alone or worried about the pandemic, if they just clicked on that, it could take them to that website. You can make that link to anything you want. Okay, so let me show you linking. I'm going to click on edit. So with these buttons, when I click on a button, it already had a pre-link to a page. So I'm just going to break that to show you how to do it. So I click on the button, I come over to the right-hand side, and if I want to link to something that is already in my Canvas course, there's images, files, and then links. I'm going to click on pages, and I want to link to the contact me page. So I'm going to scroll down to contact info, and I'm going to click it. And that has now turned that into a link. See how it went from nothing to an arrow that says remove? Well, it removes because there's something there. This one right here is linked to class meet. This one right here, class meeting. And down here under how are you, if I click on it, it's not linked to anything. So I could do a couple things. I could link to a quiz that I made that says how are you. I could link to a discussion that is asking them how are they feeling. I could link it to, what was I going to say? Something under page. I don't remember what that was now. But what I can link it to is a website. So for a website, I come over here and I'm going to click on the chain link and I can paste in any website I want. So if I had that Ripple Effects website, or if I had something else, or if I had a Microsoft form, you can paste that in, and that would come, I'm going to do Google. And so now when the students click on it, it's going to take them to that website. So if I click save, and I scroll down here now and I click how are you, it opens up whatever website that was. So you can link to anything within Canvas. You can also link to an external website. Mitzi, it might not have started yet. I'm not sure. You're welcome, ladies. So going back to modules and to that how to use this template, again, every graphic that is in that template is here. So if you open this one is headers on subpages. So you know how when you click on contact info and then you have that big contact info banner, that's what these are. So if you change what your buttons say, you might want to change what your headers say. And you can use the button as the header. Just see how these are longer. So that's what's nice about that. The footer, how are you? You can make that say something different or be different colors. So again, all you have to do is click on it and it's going to say a template was created. Use the template. And then it opens up. I have the red and the blue. And oh, for those of you who remember here on your welcome header, you couldn't change the font. So I did just give you a blank text here if you wanted to change that. And you can copy and paste across, let me show you. If I right click and copy, I can come to a different Canva design and I can right click and paste. So know that you can do that. Return to home, right? Or if you wanted it to say something different, there's that template. And then the calendar buttons. So if you wanted to change that TR to a TH. And the calendar buttons are a little different. So I just want to talk to you about them for a second. Did I open that in a new tab? Yeah. So with the calendar buttons, you just have to scroll down and then here they are. And so, and here's that click, here's some more text if you just need text writing. So there are two layers. It's a letter and it's a circle. So when you click on the circle on the outside, this is where you can change the circle color, and click on the text in the middle, and that's where you can pick your text color, right? And sometimes it's hard to get that circle picked, but you can do it, right? And then here, if I want to change it, I just change it to a TH. And notice I have to stretch it out a little bit. Now, this is something we can help you with if this is a little too much. But you are going to have to, on these little buttons, you have to save each one as a picture. So just watch, and if you're not ready for this, reach out to one of us and be like, hey, I need some help, changing my buttons. But I'm going to come down here to the magnifying glass, and I'm going to type in the word snip. And this is going to open the snipping tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight just my button. See that? And then I'm going to save it. Save as, and that's letter M. And then I'm going to snip again. I click new snip, and now I'm going to highlight the T for Tuesday. And then I go to File, Save As, the letter T. And then I'm going to click New. And now I'm going to, so I'm saying this because I don't have a template for just those individual little circles. But you can use the snip. The snipping tool is just in Microsoft. Kevin, it's just on your computer. So down here where you would search for Outlook or Word, just type in Snip. And Snip is really great for grabbing, if you have a textbook and you want to grab a picture off of your textbook, all those emails you get from your digital integration specialist that has little pictures from Focus and Canvas and how to do things, you can use the Snip tool. So anything you need to take a little picture of for the kids, just to throw it up there that say, don't forget, click here, or this is what I'm talking about, that's that snipping tool. So I just click, I type in snip and then I click it. And then it pops up right here. Where? Here. Oh, let me save this. File, Save As, the letter W. And then when you click New, you get this little cursor. So whatever you highlight, see, it's a drag and a drop. You click and hold. And whatever you highlight, it takes a picture of. And if you don't like it, you just say New. And now I want a picture of that. And if you don't like it, you say New. And again, you have this little, what is that called? Dart, T, cross. And then you click and hold. See that? And now you can save it as a picture. And they also have a freeform snip, which is new. And that's like I draw a circle, and then it'll snip whatever that was in. I can't imagine. I'm not very good at that. That's why I like the rectangular snip. That's what works for me. All right, so that's just a little pro tip. Yes, Chris Taylor, an A day and a B day template. So some of the things you can do, let's talk about your home page. Right? When it says lessons, you could have an A day and a B day. Right? And which means that when it goes to modules, because remember your modules are your file folders. This is where you want to file everything the students are going to do. You could have an A day and a B day module. Some teachers I've talked to, they're doing the same thing, right? It's just which day that they do it. And so they're going to present the information to the students together, but when they do the assignments or a quiz, they would assign it, they would have a, chapter 2 test A day. And they would assign that to periods 1, 3, and 5. And they would have a chapter 1 test B day and assign that to 2, 4, 6. So you don't have to label it by, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or, maybe you label it Monday/Tuesday, or maybe you just label it by the week, right? Week 1, right? Or week of August 24th through the, no, didn't have to see me do that, 28th, right? And so then they know that that's the week they're working in, and they put whatever, they need to. But if you want to limit when they see the assignments or the quizzes or who sees it or when it's unlocked, you can assign it to just class periods. How did I get to freeform? So Robin, I clicked the magnifying glass. I typed in the word snip. I clicked on Snipping Tool, and then under mode, when I click on mode, I get freeform snip. And that allows me to, and see how it gives you this red arrow? That looks like that. No, I don't want to save it. Awesome. Okay, we're coming up to the end, so I want to talk about some other things. Going back to modules and going back to the template. One of the things it talks to you about is having a pro account. So as we saw, you don't have to have a pro account to use everything, but the pro account is nice. You were able to sign up today for a free account. You can click right here. Right, so this is in your Canvas course in that template. You can click here to sign up for a free educator account, which will give you pro access to Canvas tools once you provide proof of your teaching status. So click there after you've already made your account and apply. It only took me 2 days, but now we're hearing it's taking about a week, probably because they're getting a ton of people doing this with the start of school. But we definitely have had teachers who did this last week and have already gotten their pro accounts. And so you can do one of these things and your account will switch from free to pro. And I believe that you even get an email telling you it's been done, right? And so you just have to fill this out.
Please pardon the interruption.
Sorry, they're making an announcement.
Thank you so much.
And that will allow you to apply for that educator account, which makes it free, which is awesome. We are doing this training again. Let me go back to the dashboard. Thank you for being here today. I have a couple things I'm going to show, but I know some people have to jump off. So, digital teacher resource. Michelle, have you thrown the feedback in yet?
I'm grabbing it right now.
Thank you. So again, digital teacher resource, back to school. If you do scroll down, these are all of the previous trainings. Today we do have the attendance link. Make sure you did your attendance, and the feedback link. This is the first time I've done this. As you saw, it was kind of free form. So please do the feedback and let me know what you thought. Did this go well? What could I do to improve it? Was it slow enough? Did the organization make sense for you? This afternoon, Michelle is doing Rock the Classroom, which is student engagement. It's going to be fantastic. Everybody loves this training. And then next week, we are doing the basics again. Monday, we're passing out computers. Tuesday, Canvas intro. Tuesday afternoon, Canvas course template. So that is showing you how to put that transitional template into your course and conferences. And then on Wednesday, we are doing this training again. So if you just want to watch, or somebody says, oh my gosh, that looks amazing, how did you do that? Tell them they need to come to Tuesday and Wednesday's training. Wednesday afternoon, we have a new training for you. This is absolutely based on feedback. Alice and Bailey, do your little happy dance. Deep dive into Canvas discussions. How you can use Canvas discussions in your classroom, brick and mortar and transitional. How you can use it to get students engaging, right? To have students using those computers in class and having students interact with each other out of class. Thursday, rich content editor and modules deep dive, and then Friday, studio, and quizzes and rubrics. We have some teams trainings. We are trying to figure out where to fit them all in, because we're also passing out computers and we're training new employees and we're trying to take care of you guys at our school sites. So that is what is coming. Again, if you have done the attendance and the feedback and you need to jump off, that's fine. I do want to show one last more advanced element in Canva. So if your head's going to explode, don't watch. But if it's not and you're ready for more, I do want to show you this cool tip. So I'm going to go ahead and log back into my Canva page, and I'm going to go to my designs. And you will notice that when we have multiple pages and we had the download options, one of the download options was the MP4 video. So what I have figured out, and those of you with Bitmojis that want to animate your Bitmojis, this is an option. So let me pick this one, and no, I'll just go right into it. So here is my first screen, and it's animated. And I'm going to duplicate this a couple times. So I have like 4 duplications. So here's my first one. If I move this guy here, and let me spin her a little bit, and then I move her here, and let me flip her, and then I move her here, and she's laying on her side. Whoops. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. If I download this as the MP4 video and I pick those first 4 slides, 1, 2, 3, 4, done. Download. It will save that as like a video animation. So one of the things that was cool was on either your Canvas course tile or your welcome header, is that it would show multiple screens. So if your welcome header was to say, welcome to English 2, and then the next one would say, with Mrs. Wall, and then the next one said, A day and B day, and so you could have your welcome header or your course tile or your Bitmoji have those animations where they can flip through multiple slides. And you saw that was slow. You really have to get in here and start messing with it, because you can change with how fast it goes. So you can make it move faster. But that was really cool when I was over here doing the welcome, because I had done, or let me go to my designs. Like I had several different Canvas course tiles, right? So here I had multiple ones, and it would even, see how I have all these different ones? It would flip through on the Canvas course tile. So, even if you had multiple things here on your dashboard, it will flip through the multiple tiles. So that's a lot of fun, but you have to play with it. You have to make it, personalize it a little bit. But wanting you guys to see that there's so much that Canva does. And I'm not even a Canva pro. I mean, we've used Canva to do a couple of, worksheets and posters and flyers and that kind of stuff. But I have just gotten into this, Canva design in like the last 10 days. I mean, really. So, that tells you it's definitely easy to navigate and learn. You just have to get in there and play with it. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. We'll hang out for a little bit and answer questions if you guys have them. But otherwise, thank you so much for being here today. You guys were great. You were patient. I muted myself, so I don't know what you heard, but I told you guys that you were patient and you were kind, and we appreciate that. We appreciate you being here, and we hope you have a good day. And I hope you come back and join Michelle and I for Rock the Classroom. She does an amazing job, and it's definitely some stuff that you guys will be able to use in those classes.